Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me. Oh, that light's all wrong. Oh dear. Let me just sort out the lights. It looks like I'm a... Oh, is it going to do that again? Hopefully it won't play up. Good morning, everyone. So today I promised that I would do some swatches of this palette. Now, before I start, I just have a little message for Maria Lisa. And I'm going to tell her it's at the beginning of my video because she wanted to find out about a dupe for Super Sexy Lipstick by Charlotte Tilbury. And I've had a note on my phone for the last 3 days reminded me to do it. So this is Super Sexy Lipstick. I've still got some swatches there, look. Right, so that's Super Sexy. Now this came out with Supermodel and it came out with Super 90s. And she has, obviously they don't sell it anymore, Charlotte Tilbury. And she wants to find the closest lipstick to. Now I haven't checked. Good morning, Stacey. I haven't checked my non-bullet lipsticks yet because I have a feeling there might be, there is a lipstick in the super, what's it called? Not super, is it supermodel lips? No. The little bullet ones, the tiny ones. Sorry, my brain's not in gear. Good morning, sunshine. So the little stilo type lipsticks. Superstar lips, that's it. Stacey, thank you. Oh, my brain. Right, so I think there's a superstar lips in, it's called super sexy, no, sexy lips. And I think that's quite similar, but obviously it's a different formula. So if you want to look at sexy lips, I will do a swatch of that and let you know. Hello, Jackie. But, so I've had a little route around all my lipsticks, most of them anyway. I think I haven't checked the royal ones, you know, the Duchess and the Queen and everything. But these were the closest that I could come out for. Thank you. It does, doesn't it? So I'm going to start using that foundation. Thank you. Because I don't want it to go off, as I said, very expensive stuff. And I've been keeping it for best. Good morning, Hannah. Can I watch for a bit? But I've got to go. Of course, you can. Oh, right. Okay, no problem. No problem. So the nearest lipsticks I could find to Super Sexy in the bullet formula is Glowing Gen, but this one is a kissing formula. It's not matte, but it's quite close. So that is Glowing Gen. It's not got as much red in it. I know the price is, it's just obscene actually, really. But when I'd seen videos of people doing it, it did look so beautiful on the skin. And I thought, one day. And as I said, when I got medically retired, I got a lump sum payout. And I just thought, why not? If you can't do it now, you're never going to do it now that you're a retired lady. So, yeah, I was very guilty though. Now, the other one that's reasonably close to Super Sexy is Walk of Shame. So that one is Glowing Gen, and this one's Super Sexy. I'm going to put Walk of Shame the other side. It's got a bit more pink in it, but those were the closest I could find. But do look at Superstar Lips. And what I'm going to do is I will screenshot that right now, and then I will also later on do a picture of this one with the Superstar Lips in Sexy Lips. And then let me just see if I can screenshot this. I'll just watch them all later and send them to you by DM. But thank you for that request, and I hope that's been helpful. So that is Super Sexy, that is Walk of Shame, and that is Glowing Gen. So they're pretty close. You've seen a video of a dupe for the Love Palettes, Makeup Revolution, Unconditional Love. Ah, Yeah, well, Makeup Revolution often do dupes, and they're really good quality. Really can't fault them. So I thought I'd do that. And also, today, I'm going to swatch you the Natasha Denona. So I hope that's been helpful for Maria Lisa. And this thing is going to do funny things again with the light. But, there you go. I don't know why it does that, but the camera just has a problem adjusting to the light for some reason. So I'm going to swatch the Natasha Denona palette for you so that you can see all the colours. And also, I've been meaning to swatch you this little set, which I got for Christmas from my niece, which is called Jolly Holiday. And it's 5-piece mini velveteen liquid lipstick set from Lime Crime. Lime Crime do some lovely colours. They're a little bit drying on the lips, but they really do some fantastic colours. So if you're ever looking for a particular shade and you can't get it anywhere else, do check out Lime Crime, because they do really nice bold shades and quite a few shades. So I thought that looks like it would team up well with the Natasha Denona palette. You like the idea that my mum's fiddling with the light? Yeah, me too, because she did have a wicked sense of humour. Now, and the other thing, of course, I thought I'd lost it then, is the Natasha Denona foundation. Now, apologies yesterday, everyone. I said I was about to use my Anastasia palette. I always get Anastasia Beverly Hills and Natasha Denona mixed up. I did correct myself, but, you know, I sat there rolling my eyes this morning at my video thinking, Ali, you're a beauty YouTuber and you're mixing up names of makeup artists. Unforgivable. So, yes, it's a Natasha Denona palette. You're not sure if you should get the dupe one. Well, I have to say, I haven't tried it, but from my experience of Makeup Revolution, they are good quality. And if there is a dupe there for £10 instead of 60, I will say I do like this palette. I like the colour scheme. It's not wowed me in terms of the formula. It's not, you know, to be quite honest, I've got 2 Natasha Denona palettes and neither one of them has wowed me in terms of their blendability. Some of the mattes are a little bit off sometimes. They're a little bit dry as well. They're not, you know, when you're applying the shimmer shades, they're quite dry. You really have to press them into the skin. So if there is a dupe out there for £10, I would definitely try that first. And then if you're not happy with it, try the Natasha Denona. I know there's something about getting the high end and it makes you feel good, but I think Makeup Revolution are really, really good. So let me just say good morning to you all. It's cold and rainy. I know it's really windy here, and they said that it's going to get, we're going to get really bad storms. Morning, everyone. So glad I can make it today. Weather's awful. Yeah, do you know what? I've got so much to do today, and I really don't want to move. So obviously I need to visit my dad. But it's his birthday tomorrow, and my sister was going to be able to get a birthday present from both of us, but she can't now. So at some point today, I need to go and get my dad a birthday present. And what do you get for someone that can't move, can't eat, can't speak, and can't see very well? It is so difficult, but we think we might get him. If you've got any ideas, post them below. We're thinking about getting him a tablet, you know, one of those Kindle tablets, so that he can listen to music and hopefully press and select music. It's difficult for him, but the bigger the screen, the better. Audiobooks, good idea. Thank you, Jackie. It is so tricky to know what to get him. His birthday tomorrow, and we want to make a fuss of him. So he's still stuck in hospital his local CCG have turned down the funding for his nursing home, saying it's too expensive, and they want him to go to one that we don't like. It stunk when we went in there. I just don't like it. I won't mention the names of these places, but it's just, it wasn't appropriate for him anyway. There were lots of people with dementia, and no disrespect to anyone with dementia, but if you've had a stroke and you can't speak and you're surrounded by people with dementia, then you're not going to learn how to speak very quickly. I think my dad needs to be surrounded by people that are talking and or who've had strokes similar to him and they're trying to speak. Anyway, so we've got all that to deal with. Right, so this is the Natasha Denona foundation. I'm going to put this on first, and then cup of coffee, chocolate, and alley. That sounds like a nice combination, apart from the alley bit. I got the shade 70WN, and to be honest, it's a little bit orange for me. But you know this thing of ordering online. The one below was 60 yellow or something, 60 yellow, which looked like it could be my shade, but it also looked very yellow. And this one said warm neutral. So I thought there's a bit of yellow in it. I'll go for that, but it does look a bit, you've been tangoed. But I shall put, now this one, I would say that this foundation, it's quite runny, as you can see. Look at that. It's quite runny, but it's got full coverage with a fruit complex. And the description reminded me a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. And I would say they're quite similar, but with a few key differences. This feels a lot lighter on the skin, a lot lighter. It also is a lot less transfer resistant. Now, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Let me know what you think, guys. But whenever I use the Airbrush Flawless Foundation, although I love the look of it on my skin, I do find that it transfers. And I have to kind of block my face. Otherwise, I get it everywhere. I get it all over my collar. I know it's supposed to be transfer resistant, but I never find that it is. Now, this is more transfer resistant. It's lighter. It dries down quicker. In fact, it dries down really quick. It's not quite as good coverage as the Charlotte Tilbury one, but nearly. And you can build it because it's so light. So I'm going to put this on today. I haven't tried this, but I'm going to put it on with a beauty blender and see what this looks like. Oh, that light's going to play up all morning, isn't it? The La Prairie foundation wore beautifully on me. As the day went on, it sank into the skin, and it doesn't settle into fine lines. So as it kind of just melts into the skin, and it looked really beautiful, even at midnight last night, just before I took it off. I should have taken a photograph for you guys. You know, I hate to say it, but you know, I'd love to be able to say it's not worth the money. If you have that sort of money and you've got a special occasion, I think it is lovely. Can you see this looking a bit orange on me? Which is a shame. Compared with the La Prairie one yesterday, which is such a perfect match. And that's a neutral foundation, which makes me think I should go for neutral a bit more often. Yes, it is beautiful. And it, you know, the fact that you've got the concealer in the top, so there's no getting away from the fact that it is obscenely expensive. But you do have a concealer with it in the top. So you are getting the concealer. It's not just the foundation for that price. It's still expensive, but it kind of, at least you're not having to buy another concealer. But obviously, definitely go and get matched. I bought the foundation and a powder and something else. It came to some ridiculous amount of money. But when you buy a couple of things, they throw in quite a bit because you spent a lot of money. Yeah. Oh, has it gone up in price? It was 180 when I got it. And I got this big toiletry bag with lots of quite generous samples in it, which obviously you're spending that amount of money. I would think so too, but definitely go and get colour matched. And she was good actually, because she didn't just say, I think you're this one, but she knew that I kind of knew my stuff. And I said, well, I've narrowed it down and I think it's between this and this. And she tried both of them on and said, what one do you think? I think this. And we both kind of agreed, rather than telling me what she thought. And I, with that kind of, as I said, because I knew I was spending a lot of money, I said, I want to go outside. I want to look at it in the daylight and come back in and everything else. So, now that is it with a beauty blender, this foundation, and it is already dried down a lot. I'm just going to tap some with, a foundation brush. I'll use Charlotte's Magic brush just onto this is molting terribly, this brush. I'm going to just tap some around my cheek area, but you can see it's a little bit too orange for me, but I can correct that with concealer and stuff over the top. I might turn that light off in a minute because it's annoying me. Ali, can you do a fresh polished day look for an interview, please? Certainly. When's your interview? Claire? Have you got an interview? If so, tell me when it is. I will make sure that I do the film before your interview. And also tell me what sort of interview it's for. Because it's also, going for an interview, say, in television and media is going to be a bit different to going for an interview for a bank. In terms of what you want to look like and what kind of impression you want to put across. Okay, so that is the foundation. Let me do a close-up. Oh, a director role for a well-known brand. Now, I know you can't say what brand, but for a brand of what? Is it cosmetics, skincare? Is it phones? Can you just give me an idea of what product, rather than, obviously you can't name the brand. I understand that. Public service. Okay. So you want to look kind of effortlessly kind of understated, but really well groomed. Yeah. Okay. All right. I will do that for you. I will make a note. I would say what's coming to mind is the Sophisticate palette by Charlotte Tilbury, just in case you want to purchase something like that, which is a matte brown, but it's going to look like it's going to make you look really well groomed, but it's not going to make you look like you've tried really hard or you've got anything. And then maybe a really nice deep sort of red lipstick to kind of stand out, because it makes you look really well groomed. So yeah, I would say, because Sophisticate, something like that, that's not going to look really shimmery on the eyes, but it's going to look really well groomed. But I can do that for you. Be quite happy to do that. So let me just, so this is the foundation. And as I said, it's quite light. And it does feel like you've got nothing on your skin, to be honest. Which I don't always like, because I always think, oh, I've got no makeup on. It makes me feel a bit... And then I look and think, oh, I have. Let me look at your comments. Golden Goddess you'd like to see as well, right? Yeah, Golden Goddess might work, but I think Sophisticate is safe. But if you're putting on the Sophisticate, what you want is you want to kind of use a brighter lip. Not really bright, but kind of a red lip, but a deep red lip. So you look really businesslike. You can't go to a nude lip with something like Sophisticate, because it'll just make you shrink away. So you want to look like you're standing out from the crowd, but without looking like you've made too much of an effort. Any suggestions for the lipstick? The one I had on yesterday, have I got it here? The one I had on yesterday would be really good. This is Lisa Eldridge. Now, I don't know if you can get this anymore, but let me think about Charlotte Tilbury alternatives. This is called Jazz. So can you see it's a red lipstick, but it's a deeper red, or something like Scarlet Spell. So where you can line your lips, it looks really well groomed, but it's sort of saying I'm here at the same time. Just thinking something like So Marilyn. Let me see. I think I might have So Marilyn here. Let me see. So Marilyn, I'm sure, is in this box, because I just went through my lipsticks. Let's have a look at Red Carpet. Red Carpet Red is quite nice, but it's quite bright. It depends. You might think that's a bit too bright, but can you see where I'm getting at? This is going to look like, it's going to look sophisticated, but it's going to look bold as well. Let me look. Where are you, So Marilyn? So Marilyn. Possibly Scarlet Spell. Let me get that one out. Where are you, So Marilyn? I'm sure you were in here. Bear with me a minute. Here we are. Let's see. I think Scarlet Spell or So Marilyn. Right, that's So Marilyn. You see, it's still bright, but it's not. It's a little bit lighter than this one. Let's have a look at Scarlet Spell. I think she's still got Scarlet Spell, hasn't she, available? I think Scarlet Spell. What do you guys think? It looks more sophisticated than So Marilyn. Scarlet Spell. That is, I'm sure Charlotte's still selling it. She bought it out at Christmas. Scarlet Spell and the Sophisticate palette. That's going to look lovely. Like with if you're wearing a kind of smart look, you know, with a suit, that's going to look really nice. Yeah. Yeah. It's quite close to Jazz. That kind of deep red, but it's not in your face red like that. Exactly, Jennifer. It looks like you mean business, but not too sexy and not too in your face. Definitely. I mean, of course, I don't know your skin tone, but even if you're really fair, I think it would work, because you want them to notice you, but you don't want them to notice you in a kind of gaudy way. Okay, I really hope that helps, but I'll do a lipstick. I'll do a video using Scarlet Spell and the Sophisticate and I'll think up what blush as well to use with those two, and I'll do you a kind of polished interview look. That will be my next video. Okay. Medium skin tone with dark hair. Perfect. Perfect, Claire. Claire, drop me a line on Instagram. I know I'm really bad at the moment for picking up messages. If you're on Instagram, drop me a DM, and so I can let you know when the video goes out. I'd love to do that. Right, now I'm going to swatch this palette for you. Oh, while my foundation is drying, I haven't put any powder on. So here is the palette. Some beautiful colours. So let's swatch through for you. So we have, I'm going to go from the top first, which is the kind of skin shade that I used yesterday, this lighting. So that's first. Now that's kind of a skin shade. It's a matte skin shade. And then we have Lifetime, which is a, it's a shimmer shade. That's Lifetime. Kind of a goldy, orangey gold shimmer shade. Then we have Heartbeat. So these ones that you're seeing are ones I used on my look yesterday, if you've seen it. The matte isn't swatching very well. This one's a bit dry, and it took quite a bit of blending. That's why I'm saying, Stacey, if there is a dupe, I haven't seen it, but I'll check it out. If there's a dupe that's £10, and you're not sure that you want to spend 60, I'd have a look at it. Yes, please. Send it me and I'll tell you what I think. Right, then we have Transparent. So this is more of a kind of neutral, possibly almost a rose gold shimmer to it. And then we have Trust, my lovely purples. You see what I mean about the way it swatches? It's just, it's quite, the mattes are just a little bit on the dry side. But you could nevertheless can build it up. It just means you've got to work a bit harder to blend. Right, and then second row we have Heart. Let me just do this, otherwise I'm swatching it and then you can't see it. So that's Heart. Let me go back in and build that up. There we go. And then Giving, which is a lovely peachy rose goldy kind of shimmer. Then we've got Pure Love, which I haven't used yet. That's quite creamy, that one. So it's got a bit of a blue undertone to it. Then we have Commitment, which I love because this is very like a lot of the shades that I wear, including my dressing gown. It's actually got a bit of shimmer in that, but it's, when I say shimmer, it's more of a satin sheen. So I have used that in the socket and it does work, even though it's got a bit of a sheen to it. Then is Blind, which again, I haven't used yet or swatched. She's a silver shade. Oh, that's nice. That is blinding. Look at that, the way it's hitting the light. It almost, it's grey, but it almost looks lilac, even though it looks grey in the pan. Certainly next to the purple, you could make that look lilac. Right, next, I'm just putting my arm down for a minute. Right, the next one is line is Soul, which is a kind of raspberry pink matte. Then we have Passion. Now, I haven't tried this one, and I don't know why, because that looks beautiful. There we go. Look at that. Then we have Intense, which is the one that I used in my socket and also on my cheeks yesterday, because I think it's a lovely shade. Now, that's not swatching well, but it did look lovely on my cheeks. Then we have Valentine, which is a lovely cool pink. It's great when you're using it if you just did a purple look and you wanted a cool purple rather than a warm look. It's going to look warmer on my skin tone, but it's actually quite cool pink. And then we have Dream, which is this purple, which is actually beautiful. It's a kind of blue purple, a blurple, called Dream at the end. So some pretty colours there, if you like pinks and purples. A bit kind of naked cherry, but also with purples thrown in. Okay. Oh, my arm got sore then from holding it up. So shall I do a look with this palette? A different look. I might use that Dream actually at the end. That looks nice, and because I hadn't used that one before. I'd used the warmer purple. Anyone got any more questions or comments? Let me have a look at. So, right. Can I look? I can't look whilst I'm on here because it'll come off the screen. Oh, I possibly can. Just bear with me a second, guys, and I'll just look at Stacey's picture. Don't go anywhere. I'm back. I'm here still. Stacey, that is very close. I definitely try the Makeup Revolution one. Honestly, I would. Can you all hear me? Am I back? I just say hi if you can see me now and I'm back running. Yeah, great. Lovely. Right, let's get some concealer on. Actually, I've got a concealer that my sister swears by and I bought just to put in my handbag because I'm often, my eyes are watering, and I thought I'll get a nice drugstore concealer that is supposed to be really good and carry that in my bag. And I bought it and it's looking at me across the table. So, yeah, it is a... Yeah, they do. They definitely take... I agree with you. So, Ellie's comment, I totally and utterly support that. So she said, this is my first ND and I'm rather underwhelmed. I love the colours, but the reddy pinks take some blending. I got the mauve lip gloss and it's such a strange colour on my lips. There's no purple, but other than that, it looks very similar, Stacey. Okay, well, I would definitely give it a try because I do think this formula is quite dry. I love the colours. Exactly, I just support everything you just said. I love the colours, but they're a bit dry and they are a bit difficult to blend. And Natasha Denona is £60 for a palette, so it really just depends on that. I just don't want you to spend £60 and then feel like you've spent a lot of money on something and not been happy with it. Excuse my backgrounds there. So I got 2 of these magic erasers. I've had one of these before, and they are quite good, and I've seen a lot of good reviews about it. And I just wanted to get something, as I said, to top up when my eyes water, that I don't mind if I lose it or I drop it or whatever. £4 on Amazon. And I got 2 shades. I got the shade Honey, and I also got the brightener. There's one that's kind of a bright pink that you can use to brighten under your eyes. A bit too bright for me, but feels very good and soothing on the eyes, so I'm going to use that. Your favourite? Is this your favourite concealer, Claire? Is that what you mean? Magic Eraser by Maybelline, I think it is, isn't it? Lots of really good reviews. The High Street has stopped stocking it. Claire, it's on Amazon. I found it on Amazon. The brightener. £4. Might use my beauty blender. It's very good. It doesn't crease too bad. You know, it doesn't crease. Anything's going to crease on my lids because I've got very hooded lids. But this shade is Honey. And just perfect for having in my handbag for when my eyes water. I'll put a little bit of the brightener, but I'm just going to put it in the areas where I've got the shadow because it is quite bright. Hello, Shoshana. I'm just going to put them down here because it really is a bit too bright for me. I'm just using Magic Eraser. That's why I wanted to call Charlotte's Eraser, wasn't it? Remember, I kept wanting to call her Magic Vanish, Magic Eraser. That's probably why. But also you can use this brightener for a subtle highlight around areas. Actually, I'm going to use this because that foundation was a little bit too orange on me. So this will calm it down a little bit. There we are. And of course, if you get a dark shade, you can use it as a contour wand because pigment is... I'm waiting. Right, I'm just going to use... Hi, Stacey. Well done, Stacey. I'm going to use the powder out of my... She says, I thought I brought it with me. Yes, I did. My It book. Yeah, well done, Bushra. Everyone's shouting pigment now at the screen. I'm going to use my Bye Bye Pores powder. Now, one thing I'll say about the Natasha Denona foundation is even though her palettes tend to be a bit pricier than everyone else's, her foundation isn't. It's about the same sort of price as Charlotte Tilbury and Estee Lauder. It's 30 odd pounds. So, and I definitely like the fact that it dries down quickly and doesn't transfer as much. No problem. That you don't have to apologise for being late, Shahina, but thank you for joining us. Who else spoke there? Right, so there's my powder. I'll put a bit of bronzer on with my big bronzing brush, some Bye Bye Pores bronzer. And then I will do an eye look while I chat to you all. We've got the funny light playing up. Don't worry, Claire. Catch you soon. I hope you've enjoyed today. I'm going to use, do you know what, might as well as it's out, I'm going to use the blush from here as well, because that's going to go beautifully with the palette. This blush here, it's kind of a blush come highlighter, as long as you got your brush around the right way when you apply it, because it's gradient. Yes. That'll do. Right, let's start with this palette. I'm just going to get my eye brushes. And we shall get going with a look. So what shall I do today? Do you know what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to try something cool. As in, not cool as in hip, but cool as in not as warm as the last two looks. So I'm going to go for these two shades because they're quite cool. And this silver, I think, because they're all cool shades rather than these very warm shades, which you've seen before. No, I didn't buy anything in the Linda Holbert sale. Oh, thank you, Claire. That's very sweet of you. So I'm going to go over, first of all, with that first prime shade, which is called First. And just pop that on my lids to even out the skin tone like I did yesterday. They're amazing. Oh, I need to get onto this. I've missed out on this. Right, so for next on in, I'm going in, just layering it over the top with the shade Valentine, which is a cool, it's actually a cool pick, but it looks cooler in the pan. No, it is actually cool. It's just because it's going on a yellow undertone that it's looking warmer than it is in the pan. So if you want this to look a cooler, more baby pink, and you've got a warmer undertone, remember the tip to put on a white primer to make it stay true. Right, and then I'm going to go in with this very cool purple called Dream at the end, and I'm going to put that into my socket. And I have a feeling this is going to take some, oh no, yeah, it's going to take a little bit of blending in and building up. I think you can see now the issue with some of the mattes. Beautiful colours, but you need to work hard to build them up and blend them in. I'm going to have to go and check this site out, Shahina. Do I think the pink's what from this palette? Not really. She's got similar kind of shimmer versions of these. But these are matte. So, no, not really. But I do think there's a lot of lilacs and pinks. I've seen a lot of clothes in lilac this season. This is where we need Shoshana. Shoshana, what are the season's trends with clothes? Shoshana's works in fashion. She can give us the lowdown. I've seen a lot of lilacs. So I'm just building up that cool purple shade. Yeah, it's just that these are matte. Similar-ish. I mean, they're pink. So I'm going to take that cool purple underneath. I have to say the pigment on that cool purple is a little bit disappointing. Now, let me just take this silver. So I'm dying to try that, and I'm going to put it over the pink on my mobile lid. And I'll blend it from the inside and gradually just blend it out to the edge. The shimmers are definitely nicer. I want to get some more of that cool purple over the top of it though. I'm going to take a smudge brush with that cool purple to really get the pigment going. That's better. I'm going to have to blend this out. Don't worry, girls. I'm definitely going to blend it. I just need to dab on a bit more of the pigment. Did anyone purchase the Platinum Bronze palette for half price? No, you all seem to know all the bargains. I need to check out my bargains a bit more. £25 for a Pat McGrath palette. Okay, and then I'm going to take the transparent shade, which is the neutral one, and just put that up on my brow bone. I just need to put a little bit more that side. And I feel like I want something even darker. Let me just use the other purple, which is called Trust. It's a bit of a warmer purple, but otherwise, yeah, that other one just wasn't cutting it in terms of pigment. I'm going to dab that over and then blend it out. I think you're going to end up with this palette, even though it's got cool shades, you're going to end up with looks that all look warm because the cool shades are just not pigmented enough, especially if you've got a warm undertone. Oh, great conversation going on here about palettes. Right, and I'm going to just take... I'm going to take Soul, I think, underneath. And some of the cool purple. Bit more of the cool purple. Okay, now I'm going to take my liner. Excuse me a second. I've definitely got to get another one of these liners. It's so good. But the travel size one, because it's easier to hold. There we go. Mascara, mascara. Oh, I've got my Big Gal Bang mascara from Benefit, which I would say is the closest one to my favourite MAC Upward Lash, which was stopped. Can you imagine us all going on a shopping trip together to a department store? Do you know what? A cosmetic company should sponsor us to have an Ali Pally get together, because they'd make the money back. Like flyers all to those of you that are in another flyers or taxiers or whatever to Charlotte Tilbury in London, and shut the store, because you'll make as much money as if you kept it open. Wouldn't they? They would make as much money probably as if they opened all day with somebody going in buying one lipstick. So if you're watching Charlotte Tilbury, you know what to do. Give us some bubbly as well, you know, just to lower our inhibitions. Having said that, I don't drink, but They do like to do that at events. They give you some bubbly so you think, oh, what the hell, I'll buy it. Never mind about my rent or my electricity bill. Oh, where's my brow brush? I'm going to use this one, actually. I was going to use my Benefit one again, but I'm going to use Legendary Brows. Yeah, they do. Prosecco. I've probably seen you, Sunshine, at the events. I'm normally hobbling down on crutches because they don't have a lift. So I have to park my scooter upstairs. And then I always give them a bit of a heart attack coming down the stairs. They're like, can I help you? Let me help you. Because they're so afraid that I'm going to fall. Spiral stair, not only a staircase and no lift, but a spiral one. So not very good when you rely on a handrail. I think I was on VIP list, and it was before I even started doing my channel for Charlotte Tilbury anyway. I think it's basically if you buy a certain amount, then they know they've got you and they want to get you onto all their new products. Right, so that is my purpley look. Now, I haven't got it on me right now, and I don't want to get up because I'm a bit achy today. But what I will do, and I'll take a photo, is I will put the Daniel Sandler Aqua. I love putting a blue drop shadow when I've got purple makeup because it really makes your eyes pop. So nice bright blue, you know, kind of 80s thing, but with a bit of a modern twist because it's not just about blue in the waterline, it's about it being a contrast with your eyeshadow. Now, I'm going to use Peachgasm because I don't like to go, I know I put a bit of that blush on already, but I always like to do peach rather than pink when I've done a very purpley look. I think it looks less dated that way. And then all that remains is for me to pick a lippy. And I'm just thinking, I've got Velvet Underground, but I'm thinking Viva la Vergara, I think. Viva la Vergara. And I have got Crazy in Love lip liner here. Yes. Oh, what am I doing? I'll line my lips. I won't fill them in. I was going to show you those lipsticks, wasn't I, from Lime Crime. So let's pick a Lime Crime liquid lipstick. Here they are. So I got this for Christmas from my niece. A limited edition 5-piece mini velveteen liquid lipstick set. And these are the colours. So I'll swatch them and you can pick out my lipstick. So the first one is called Lulu. This looks very nude. Let me do it on the lightest part of my arm. Actually, it's not too nude. So that is Lulu. Thank you. Then we have sorry, I'm just getting them out of this plastic container. Saffron, which has got a shimmer to it. So here is saffron. That's pretty. Can we all meet up? Is this happening? I can't commit to anything for the next month or so just because of the situation with my dad, and they're trying to discharge him and they haven't approved his funding. But maybe we could look towards something in the summer for those of us in the UK. And maybe you could organise something in the US, and we can kind of do a video link or something. How about that? Right, the next one is rustic. So that's rustic. And then we have Cindy. Oh, this is very browny kind of concealer on your lips, I think. Cindy. And last but not least, we have New Americana. New Americana. Right, which one of those shall I put on? I'm going to number them. Which one of those do you think will go well with the look? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stacey's saying 3. 1, 1, 1, 5, 3. Oh, we're going to have to do a vote here. 1, 3, 1, 3. Interesting. No one said 2 or 4 yet. Okay. Right, let's see how many votes we've had for each. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 votes for 1. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 votes for 3. And we have 1. So I had 2. We've got 1 vote for 5. So it looks like the ones have it. So I'm going to go with this one. I'll show you what 3 looks like as well, because there were quite a few votes for 3. Okay, so I'll do 1 and 3. I'll show you a bit of both. Let me do 1 first. Let me just get this off my arm, otherwise it's going to stain everything. It's the other thing, they can stain your clothes, so be careful if you're swatching them. So this is number 1. I think this is very Kate Moss at the beach. Nice. That's number 1. Nice choice, ladies. Pouty, pouty. Okay, and for those of you that asked for number 3, I'll take this off quickly and I'll do number 3 as well. In fact, one of you, I hate leaving out the underdog. One of you asked for 5, and I don't mean you're a dog, whoever said 5. I'll do 5 as well, so you can see what they look like. It is, isn't it? I thought it was going to make me look a bit washed out, but... Right, here's number 3, which is called Rustic. So that's Rustic. And for the person who has a piece of my heart, likes the really bold red, let's do the red as well. Right, number 5. Who said 5? Thank you. Which one of you said 5? One of you said 5. Oh, is it Shahina? So that's 5. Now, interestingly, the one that I would have gone for was number 2 with this look. So I might as well show you all of them. Let's do number 4 and then I'll do number 2, all right? Right, no one asked for number 4, but I will show it you anyway. Might as well. It's just so nice sitting and chatting with you guys. This is Cindy. Ah, yes, this is the brown one. Okay, but not with this look. It's too warm. Would look nice with gold or a peachy look. Right. And the one that I would have actually picked with this look, and I'm surprised that no one else said number 2, is this one, which is called Saffron. So that is Saffron. But I think you're right, 1 and 3 were good choices. You all have a very good eye, ladies. So which one shall I go for? Now that you've seen them all on, what is your opinion? 1 or 3? 3, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3. I think the 3s have it. Okay, so we're going for rustic. I love doing research. So that is my look for today. I hope you've enjoyed seeing me. I'm just going to quickly come on and speak to you all before I say goodbye. So if I haven't said hello to Jennifer Berenson and Clarice and Beaky, do I get this palette or not? What do you think, ladies? Lovely colour scheme. I think the overall view on this Beaky is it's a great colour scheme, but some of the mattes are a bit dry and difficult to blend. Okay, makes tea, yes, very lovely. I love blue toned red. Yes, so do I, Shahina. So yes, even though I feel like I'm in the room with you watching, Ali. Oh, I feel like you're with me too in the room. Maybe the wrong shade of red. I've not been blessed with the nicest of toothy pegs, but I feel self-conscious of them in a red lip, Shoshana. Well, actually, do you know what? You shouldn't, Jackie. I haven't got great teeth because my tablets have ruined them. But if you wear a blue-red lip, they actually make your teeth look whiter. It's when you start wearing the sort of warmer reds, the orangey reds, that they can make your, or if you wear very pale nudes, and sort of try and cover things up, that's when your teeth look more yellow. But if you wear if I give you an example, Red Carpet Red is almost identical to MAC's Ruby Woo. Where's Red Carpet Red? If you wear something like Red Carpet Red, which is a classic blue red, it will make your teeth look whiter. If you see, there's an advert for toothpaste. Where's my Red Carpet Red? There it is. There's an advert for toothpaste and it's Colgate. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but she's wearing bright red lipstick and she smiles. Because basically, if you put that against your teeth, it's going to make your... I don't really want to show my teeth either, but it's going to make your teeth look whiter than if you wear something that is orange. So go for the blue-toned lipsticks, because the blue will bring out the whiteness in your teeth. Yes, and that's a really good tip, Shoshana. Start by tapping it on with your fingers. It's difficult, obviously, with the liquid ones, like I've just put on. But with something like this, yeah, just start by tapping it on and then putting a bit of a gloss over it until you get used to it. But you'd be surprised. Most people don't go, when I'm wearing a really bright red lip, they don't go, oh, that, I mean, you guys might, but most people don't say, oh, that's a really nice lipstick. They go, oh, your makeup looks lovely today, because it brightens up your face immediately. If I'm not feeling well, I've often said this, I have Daniel Sandler's lipstick, it's not in here at the moment, in my dressing gown pocket, and I'll stick some on my lips and on my cheeks, and immediately makes me look and feel better, because it just brightens up your face. So if your complexion's sallow, it just will... definitely, my favourite red lipstick of all time has to be Daniel Sandler's Micro Red. The formula, the pigment, the value, it's all amazing, right? It's, you know, some lipsticks, formula's great, it's very expensive for what it is, or it's quite drying. Daniel's isn't too drying, and it's not too gloopy. It's just right. It's just everything about it is wonderful. Daniel Sandler Micro Red. You can't go wrong. It's £14. I'm not sponsored to say it. Yes, Daniel sent me stuff in the past, but he doesn't send me anything for saying that his stuff is good. I just think it's honestly the best lipstick I've ever owned. In terms of a red lipstick, it's just perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go now and get myself ready to go out and choose a birthday present. Anyone got any more ideas about what to get my dad, who can't speak, can't see very well, can't move, because of such a severe stroke, and it's his birthday tomorrow? Anyone's got any good recommendations, please keep your messages coming below and let me know. I think we're going to go for a kind of tablet for him to listen to music on, but anyone got any other ideas, do let me know, because we need to get some little ideas as well for Jack to get him and for my niece to get him. So, yeah. See you all soon. Have a lovely day. Love you all, and I hope that was all helpful. And for Claire, forgotten your surname. You know I'm bad. Claire, I will put that video out in the next couple of days. Sorry, I've got something caught in my throat. I'll put something out on on YouTube. Your interview look, all right, with Sophisticate and that lipstick of, what was it called? The lipstick, you know the one I mean, Scarlet Spell. All right, take care. Have a lovely day. Speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye. Love you all. Mwah!